Hi, you guys. It is Thursday, June 23rd, 2016. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 100. Unbelievable. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one on Facebook and Etsy, and I'm Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together and lowercase on Instagram. So there are links in the show notes so that you can click on and follow me there in those places. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group. Also a link down below and in the show notes. We have Ravelry group birthday shout-outs, and this week we have two birthdays. The first is Crafty Mystic, who is Deb. Her birthday is on June 27th. And Nitpicky and PA, her birthday is on June 28th. So, happy birthday, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, that you get to do the things that you would like to do, and that you eat cake if you want cake. And if it was your birthday coming up in the coming week, and you don't share your birthday on Ravelry, I wish you a happy birthday as well. So the next thing to come is Christmas in July and August cowl that we are sharing with, we are doing with the NeverCastOff podcast group, Sheila and Deb. Christmas in July, which runs July and August, is an opportunity for you to start your Christmas knitting and win prizes for starting your Christmas knitting, getting a jump start, and win prizes. So, in the next week, or on the weekend, I will open the thread in the group with the rules and how it's going to work. So think about the things that you could knit for gifts this year and get prepared. One more week, starting July 1st. So one more week, and then, you can start knitting on your Christmas things. And hang on, sorry, I forgot to pull this out. Sorry, the prize that was donated by Sheila from the NeverCastOff podcast, and thank God for bags. And Sheila, I put it in a Ziploc bag. I put a project bag in a Ziploc bag. This is what Sheila donated as one of the prizes for our group. So gorgeous. A long handle that you can put your hand in. A beautiful zipper pull. It's got a spinning wheel with a big green bead. Very pretty. And her tag. Never cast off. No. Upside down. An upside down, thank God for bags. And I can't get it there. There we go. And on the inside, her card and this lovely fabric. So, this is one of the prizes and the beautiful stitching that you could win by participating in the Christmas in July, for July and August. There will be I forgot to show you in her bags something new is this little thing where you can clip in stitch markers. Very cool. I have sent the NeverCastOff podcast a couple sets of Christmas stitch markers, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen a preview. I think they turned out pretty good. Thank goodness I have a prolific bead stash. So that is that. There will be more gifts. I am planning on putting another thing in here anyway. So that's that. Also, last night I received a message from Diane, the lady that we sent the knitted baby hats for Haiti to. Thanked us for the beautiful hats and said that her sister is planning to go to Haiti in October, and that she hadn't really had a plan until she received all those hats. So here's the deal. I decided to reopen the thread since we have until October, and if you would like to knit hats, continue to knit a baby hat every once in a while until October 1st, and send it so that they can have a bigger stash of baby hats to take with them when they go to Haiti. That would be wonderful. And you knit, post, mail. Knit, take a picture, post it in the thread, and mail it. Or knit for, take a picture, post it in the thread, and send it off. So there is opportunities to for possible other prizes, and it's an opportunity to give back so that you have some acrylic yarn that is baby friendly. You could knit it and give it to charity. So please, like I said, the thread is open. If you feel so inclined to knit and send baby hats, you can post them in the thread for a chance to win something. I don't know what. We got till October. So that is all of that. Excuse me while I sip some coffee. So, story of the week and stash enhancement. This week, for real, there is no stash. There is some coming, and you'll see that hopefully next week. It's coming from Ireland. We had a very full weekend. Ted and I went to a benefit for a friend whose wife had a stroke in March, and it was for it's a benefit to raise money to help them with expenses. So we went there, and I took knitting so that I could participate in the Worldwide Knit in Public Day. There is also a thread, Worldwide Knit in Public thread on the group, so that you could post and tell me about what you did for Worldwide Knit in Public Day. And there's always a chance of a prize. So if you did something for Knit in Public Day and you took a picture, maybe put it on Instagram, take that picture, put it in a thread for a chance to possibly win something. Just trying to get some action going in the group, So, and then of course, Sunday was Father's Day. I barbecued and barbecued and barbecued. And all of Ted's kids came by with their families, and we had barbecue and swimming, and a wonderful time was had by all. Oh, let me show you a picture. A very cute picture that happened on Father's Day. One of the daughter-in-laws put the baby in Grandpa's hands. This is the youngest grandson, Sawyer J, and Grandpa. On Father's Day, I just love that picture. It was so precious. There we go. I know, not related, but it was the weekend. It was the weekend stuff, so. Okay, that's it. So Health Pro this week, I found a interesting and useful summertime thing. I don't know about you, but I get swollen legs, and it doesn't really have to be summer, but in the summer it seems as worse. So I found this thing on Facebook. So the title of the health pearl is "This powerful tea is the best natural remedy for swollen legs." So another thing is, if you watch the Fat Squirrel, she has some other, I forgot what she said, that the thing, thorny something tea that she does, but this is a different one that might be a little more palatable. Okay, so I didn't have it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to find it on my phone. So the tea, here it is. Here's what the thread looks like. There's the link in the show notes. This powerful tea is best natural remedy for swollen legs. So it goes on to say that swollen legs are a common problem for many people, and they can happen on account of a number of reasons. Among the most common factors which contribute to the appearance of this condition are poor blood circulation, menstrual cycle, unhealthy diet, weight gain, and pregnancy. If you take into account the temperature changes, humidity, and hot weather, swollen legs are an imminent appearance. Gravity starts pulling the fluid down to the legs, and we begin to suffer from this condition. It's called cankles. So the remedy is, it just goes on to say what we all know, that is uncomfortable to have swollen legs. So painful. So it's parsley tea. What you'll need is some fresh parsley leaves and roots. Chop them up finely and mix them together. Put 500 milliliters of water in a pot and bring it to boil. Add 5 teaspoons of the parsley mix and boil it for 5 minutes. After you prepare the tea, set it aside to cool down for about 20 minutes. Strain the tea and drink it 3 times a day. Soon you'll notice amazing results, and you won't have any more problems. So, parsley, fresh parsley you get at the grocery store, chop it up, put it in some water, make a tea, and drink it, and it's supposed to help. I'm planning on doing that, so I'll let you know. I also bought walnuts this week and have been having a 1 ounce snack of walnuts every day to boost my immune system, or my antioxidants and cancer prevented things. So now the knitting. I have finished objects, knitted related finished objects that I will share with you at the end of the podcast, because they will be going into my shop and not everybody wants to see them or is interested. So we're moving to the whips. My mitered wrap. I did a little bit, and I'll pull it up. Well, I did more than a little bit. This is a free pattern or recipe on Ravelry by Maya Linuson. The yarn I'm using is just some leftover acrylics that I've had in my stash. My needles are US 7s, which are 3 or 4.5 millimeter. These are just cheapy Walmart ones. I don't know what they are. And I can't read it. Oh, Bates. Susan Bates. So I started this in January. Here's June, 6 months. Of course, you know, that's the way it happens. I finished this green square and I started another square that's like this one. So that means when this one is finished, I will have 6 more. Let me see. 6 more blocks to complete before I'm finished with the knitting portion of this, and then I will let you know whether I'm going to continue and make it a blanket or whether it's going to be a wrap. So a brief review. So there's 3 blocks, 7 across the bottom of 3 rows of blocks. And then you go from that one, you start building up the side. And I will be doing 12. So I've got 6 completed, or almost 6, 5 completed, 1 started, and then 6 more before this is completed. So there you have it. The mitered square wrap. Mine is bigger than Maya's. Maya did 2 rows, but I wanted a bigger. She did 2 rows. 2 rows of 6 instead of 7, but I'm making mine bigger. And like I said, if I don't like the way it is as a wrap and I don't find that I'm using it, I will continue adding more blocks and make it into a blanket. Because Lord knows I have a lot of acrylic in my stash. So, which I don't have a problem with. Whatever. So, the fireplace ember, which is due to be finished on June 30th for the knit along. I did some work on it. The fireplace ember is a paid for pattern on Ravelry by Debbie Houstoes, who is the cohort of Sheila Blue Yarn Always. It's part of the NeverCastOff podcast. The yarn I am using is this. Beautiful stuff. And if I can find the tag, I will show you the tag. And here it is. It is Malabrigo Matito, which is a single, and this is the color. And this is the shawl, and it is with using my Knitting I Love's circular needle holder, which is awesome. So here it is, and you'll see by the little thing, that's where I was last week. So there has been some progress. I'm going to finish this window row and then do the finishing until this yarn is almost done. So, did I tell you everything? Needles I'm using are US 8s, 5mm, Addy Turbos, 40-inch circulars, and a reminder that Debbie Hostas has a coupon code that is good until June 30th for 30% off, and the code is capital K, capital A, capital P, 30 for 30% off in her shop. So it's still good until June 30th. So yes, you can get to her shop through the link for the fireplace ember. So let me just give you a quick peek at this shawl. I think mine's going to be more like even though I'm doing more than the pattern, it seems like it's going to be a shawlette. So I'm hoping that the blocking will make it a little bigger. It's got drop stitches and windows and stockinette and beautifulness, and there you go. Hopefully, my hope is to get it finished by June 30th. So, again, don't forget her coupon code. Go over to her shop, peruse her patterns, use the 30% off, and get a lovely pattern. Just a little over a week before that's over. The Fine and Dandy socks. I'm telling you. The Fine and Dandy socks were almost a frog. Almost a frog. And if I have any more problems, it's gonna be a frog. Because so when I took it, before I took it Saturday, I remember telling you last week I had an issue with the count being off. Well, Saturday morning, I thought I figured it out. I'm like, oh, here we go. And so I had the right number when I took it with me, and I knitted a couple pattern repeats. And then I was off again. So in my head, all day Sunday, I was like, I'm not enjoying these. I don't like the fabric of this, but I thought I would just finish it. But then I kept running into being off on my count, and I'm like, contemplating frogging. But I picked it up Sunday night, and I figured it out, and I picked up the stitch, I figured out, I thought I figured out, and I started knitting, and I looked down, and I found a dropped stitch just waving at me, like a pattern repeat down. So I just grabbed it, pulled it in, and tied it off on the inside. Like I said, if I have any more problems, I don't know that I'm going to continue to knit the sock. So I had just finished the first repeat last time, and I'm there. The Fine and Dandy is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry by the Sweater Co. It's $1. The yarn I'm using is Zigzag by King Cole. The dye lot that's this color right here. The dye lot is number 7. Well, the color number is 740, and the dye lot is 63238 in the show notes. And the contrast color is Cascade Yarns Heritage Sock. The color is 5603. I'm using my High Sharps 2.75 40-inch circular, and I'm knitting at Magic Loop. And it is in my bag that I got from Made by Faye. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that she has an Etsy store, and I haven't, just a new one. So, and I haven't really explored to go find out for sure. So I believe, as Fat Squirrel says, I'm telling you, I believe that it's true, but I don't know. Okay. So I had some cast on itis. After the really busy weekend, I could not bring myself to go to work on Monday. So I sat at home in my pajamas, and I knitted, and it was wonderful. It was so wonderful. But I cast on 2 new projects. I want to have the one thing knit in a week, and so I cast on 2 new things. So in a bag from Thank God for Bags, I cast on using my hand spun. Make sure I don't get it all messed up. My Cosmic Rainbow hand spun. I cast on my isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, the colors are coming up really nice. This is the beginning of the Zuzu's Petals #2. And the fabric is lovely and not scratchy. And oh my goodness, the colors are so coming up so pretty. So I'm at the point where I'm ready to join in the round and knit the lace part. So pretty and such a fun knit. If you have never done a Zuzu's Petals, I recommend it. And if you've never seen or purchased any of On the Round's fiber or yarn, I recommend it. There's a link in the show notes to her shop or to her website where you can look at and purchase. But isn't that so pretty? I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what it is going to be like completed. It's so pretty. So that is a new project that I started on Monday. Another thing that I started on Monday. Did I talk about Zuzu's Petals? Dang it. I'm using, okay. So it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry by Karen Spencer. The yarn is my hand spun from On the Round, which is, and I am using my Knitter's Pride Dreams. This is a US 7, which is a 4.5, 40-inch circular. Dreams. These, I love these needles. They're like butter. Needles like butter. Okay. This is I love this project. So, I also cast on some craziness, some other craziness, which I was looking over here, and what did I keep seeing but this ball of Daisy Knits yarn that I had left over from the Gratitude shawl. And I'm like, so this is what I did. This is what I did. This is what I did. Can you believe this craziness? So this, I'm not calling this a blanket in my show notes. It is a sock yarn mitered square, whatever. I don't know what this is going to be. I can't see myself committing to making a blanket with this. Maybe a bag, you know, a bag or something. I don't know, but it's fun. And I have a lot of sock yarn extras. So this is Daisy Knits in the colorway Songbird. This is some opal sock yarn, and this is the same opal sock yarn, you know, because it and this is some Plymouth Yarns Neon Now, and this is also some Neon Now. Again, it's the same sock, same skein, but you know, different colors. This is some Debbie Bliss sock yarn, and this, oh Lord, which one? This is some Patons. So there you have it. I started a sock yarn mitered square, whatever. I don't know what it's going to be. And it's in the bag that I was gifted from. Thank God for bags. This is so cute. Thank God for bags. And it's got, this is another one of hers that I just put on the Progress Keeper zipper pull. Knitting Diva. Okay. So that is all of the works in progress. Spinning, I am completed with the spinning part of the cotton candy or candy bowl from Knit Spin Farms. There's a link in the show notes to my purchase of that, so you can see the colors and the beautifulness of it. And this is the second bobbin. They're hanging out on my, can you see it? Can you see the picture? I didn't want to pull my, they're waiting on the spinning wheel to be plied. I don't know. So, Pinterest. Pinterest this week is useful life hacks. And I purposely opened up everything so that when I opened the Pinterest, they'd be there. So there's a list of, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 life hacks. So we're just going to go through them. The first one, I'm going to show you what the page kind of looks like. Life hacks. And it's like, you know. So the first one is having trouble sleeping. It says blink fast for a minute. Tired eyes help you fall asleep. Sugar can cure burnt tongue. If you suspect that someone is checking you out, yawn. If they yawn back, they were, because yawning is visually contagious. Oh, come on now. Don't do that to me. Okay. It's stretch for 5 minutes before going to bed. Your muscles will be more relaxed and it's easier to find a comfortable position to sleep. Do this for 21 days and you'll be surprised at how good you feel. Maybe a little depressed, but whatever. So if you have to clean up vomit, and hopefully you don't, put ground coffee on it first. It takes the odor away and it dehydrates it so you can sweep it away easily. Turn your shower to cold before you get out. It closes your pores and makes it less likely to get acne. Cure for a headache. Take a lime, cut it in half and rub it on your forehead. The throbbing should go away. Before you polish your nails, put the nail polish into the fridge for 15 minutes before you apply it, as it goes on much smoother. And finally, acne scar remedies. Mix a teaspoon of nutmeg and a tablespoon of honey into paste and apply it for 30 minutes and rinse and repeat daily. Just life hacks. So the stumble, let's see if we can have the same luck that we had. Yes. I'm not going to list everything, but there's a link in the show notes so that you can go over and look at this. 45 places to sell handmade products. And they're like online websites. There you go. Can you see? Anyway, there's a list of 45 places. Like I said, I'm not going to read it, but here you go. There's a list. You can go follow the link and find it. Finally, my Etsy store. There is still a coupon code for 20% off until the end of June. The coupon code is 1 capital F capital D 20 for 20% off. So that is the number 1 and then FD 20 capitalized. So I have 3 items that will be hopefully going up into my shop on the weekend. They're just sets of stitch markers. Here's the first one. I'm trying to see that you get a good picture. This is what a one stitch marker looks like. And they're snagless, so there's a set of 6 of those. Set of 6 stitch markers and a lovely progress keeper. She can be your stitch angel, guardian angel, to guard your stitches. The second one, their set, is these pretties, which are their faux pearls on a copper colored wire. Set of 6. Sorry, it's so hard. They're shiny pretty. You'll get a better picture in the listing, but you know, there you go. And another guardian angel progress keeper to guard your stitches. They're so pretty. Finally, as we prepare for the Christmas in July knit along, there is a couple sets that will be given away from the NeverCastOff podcast. I decided to make one more, but these are a little different. So it's a green wire. Oh, this is so hard. With a red AB crystal. And for this one, we have a Christmas bell progress keeper. So a set of 6. Stitch markers, red and green for Christmas, and a beautiful Christmas bell progress keeper. So those 3 will be going into my shop hopefully by the weekend. Ted and I are going to see Darius Rucker tomorrow night, so yay, hopefully we don't get rained on. Anyway, enough blather. I will see you guys next week for another episode, for the 101 episode of the Knit and Burrow podcast. Bye.